Alright, hello and welcome to another mission of Combat episode Black Sea Goon Game. Special high definition edition because I forgot to turn down the graphics before I went into this game, so things will actually have details on them. So shit happens. It's actually a fairly boring turn, all things considered, for the first half of this minute anyways, or the first half of this 2-minute turn. You're going in, a lot of shit's happening here, lots of smoke, none of it popped by you. You continue to get contacts here and there, mostly just shit up here. Things continue to move along the road, everything's completely spaced out now. Things move up into positions. There's actually a little firefight down there, but no casualties as far as you can see. And that's the first minute of the two. To zoom in on what happens down in this area briefly. So down here, just gonna let it run, but you can see there's a change of fire here. Fire going across the lanes. Pause. You see a 3-man Russian detachment here in actual graphics. So these 3 guys get shot at by this team, 2nd squad, 1st platoon. Something back here pops smoke, one of those tank contacts, almost assuredly. Guys here start splitting up. You catch some more contacts. These are different from the guys you saw up here. So in total this is like 6 individual dudes you see now. Anyways, they start catching fire. You have a big old firing line here. So you see these people moving in the woods. You see the tank contacts moving away. Shooting happens. You have a lot of shit stacked up here. Clearly you intimidated them with your superior Krupp style. Or, you know, whatever. So that's all well and good. And as we get towards the end of the turn, something I actually forgot to point out in the overview is you get a contact down here. So the tanks are moving well away. You see this again by the end of the squad. And you get an APC contact right here, which is just by 2nd Squad A team from 3rd Platoon, who are kind of looking down into this ravine. A lot of trees there, but you get the idea. So that'll do it for this minute. Alright, American turn whatever, second half. It's actually turn 15, I believe, so at the end of this you get reinforcements, question mark? I think the convoy arrives. But stuff happens down here, running gun battle with Russian recon infantry based on their equipment. You get a few kills. These contacts run away. This contact is inching forwards. BTRs in the road. Tanks. Lots of fun things. More smoke has popped. They really love their smoke. The Russians love to smoke, get cancer. Artillery's been landing in here for a while. I haven't really made a big deal of it or talked about it because it's hitting absolutely nothing. But artillery's all exactly where your troops aren't. And more artillery. And that's the turn. I'll go in and take a look. Alright, so down here things happen. You still have a bead on this infantry team moving through here. They're in these woods. You see them. And you start opening up at them at a certain point. So, 3rd Squad sees them. This MG team's just setting up. Oh. Firepower moderate squad. Light the fuck up. There's definitely little red crosses in there. At least 2 little red crosses, unless I missed another one. So you kill all these dudes. I think that's 2. 2 down in there. Other than that, this contact right here is getting pretty close. It's right next to these dudes. These guys, they both see it. They both have radios. They both know that there's a vehicle down here. Can't see it because of all these trees though. and these tank contacts continue to move away. Other than that, things you spot. Vehicles here. These are different ones than the ones you saw before. And this tank that's still been sitting here. This tank, commanders turned out. Make eye contact with him. Beautiful. Graphics turned out. And other than that, everything continues to be where it has been. So, quick roundup, and I'll try and make it really quick so this doesn't take 2 hours, 3 hours to upload. Ukrainians. Ukrainians everywhere. Ukrainian 1st Company, all around here. The only outlier is Joseph Stalinator's 2nd Platoon. Has 1 squad left, and they're just kind of sitting up here. They ran out their orders a while ago. Other than that, Ace Buckeye and his weapons over here. Ross and his platoon over here. Willie's platoon here, moving up. Recon platoon, all up in here. That's those guys. GL stuff sitting here. I might have missed orders for that this turn. If I did, I apologize. 2nd Company, down here. All its stuff moving up, getting close now. Not much in its way. They've cleared the real obstructions. All this weapons platoon shit is sitting back here too. Junkazein's headquarters is bogged back here. All this stuff I've kind of been inching behind the convoy, but as you can see, the convoy of 2nd Company stuff has really taken off this turn. So in 2nd Company, you have Grey Hunter up here, the Merry Marauder up here, and Verdant Squire kind of spread out. But they all have orders to rally up here, which will happen within the next minute or two. You have some grenade launchers moving in here. You have PT Thigh's company moving up here. I arrived as infantry here and dismounted it, so it's getting into position. You have the 1st Platoon up here, getting all set up. You have machine guns, everything. The full company is here. And you have a whole bunch of tanks, all of the Oldest Man's tanks, plus 1 of Chunky Monkey's, just kind of staring at this gap. So you got a lot of tanks here. That pretty much covers all your assets. And that'll do it for this turn. I'll upload the save in case I've missed anything, because I am kind of trying to rush this so it doesn't have a massive file size. And I will see you for the next turn. Also, for NATO, you get this. This is the convoy that has arrived. Look, reinforcements have arrived. Convoy. I can make scenarios. Hooray! So with this convoy, you get a couple things. You get the 3rd Company of your Ukrainian battalion. Look, it's even in the chain of command and everything. So this is a whole bunch of extra infantry, helpful to replace the losses you've taken early on. You get 1st Platoon of 3rd Company, and you get the Weapons Platoon of 3rd Company. So some extra assets to help you fight on. You get a JTAC team. This is an American Air Controller team. They came in a Recon Humvee. There's all that fancy optical stuff on it. And it came with 2 Apaches. Hooray! You can see their armament here. They got Hellfires, rockets, and cannons. That's very fun. And you get this convoy. You get a whole bunch of these trucks. There's a bunch of ammo in them. It's not specifically important. But these trucks, your ultimate goal for brownie points, since there's no actual points in this scenario, is to have them escape. Now, obviously the ideal escape is the highway. This is the road you want to be escaping off of, but there's Russian tanks on it, so that might be hard. You can exit them out to this zone here. This is one exit zone. Or, if you want to secure this road here, this is also valid. This is an alternate escape. The roads link up there. But you're going to have to send some actual military units with the convoy if you want to ensure their escape. So, that's the convoy. You have 2 extra platoons plus some trucks, which you can just herd around with non-specific orders. A controller team and some fun helicopters. So let me know what you want to do with these guys when you plan your next turn.